The ancient Phoenician city of Jabal, later named Byblos by Greek immigrants, which means papyrus, and modernly known today as Jabal, is located just north of Beirut in Lebanon. Byblos is a long-standing civilization that has been continuously inhabited for around 7,000 years. Evidence shows the earliest settlements in this area date back to the Neolithic period in 8000 BC, but the city did not truly flourish until the Bronze Age at around 3000 BC. Byblos has interacted with and been influenced by several other civilizations from the Egyptians to the Persians and pretty much everyone else in between. Each culture has truly influenced many aspects of life in Byblos, making it a melting pot of not only culture and religion, but so much more. Byblos is a prime example of an ancient civilization, and there is no doubt about it. This city exemplifies every attribute of the point characteristic trait approach, and the fact that this city is still up and running to this day serves as a testament to my claim. I'm going to tell you all about it, so let's dive right in. We're going to start things off strong with agriculture. Byblos served as an incredible outlet for agriculture. The conditions of the land between the coast of Byblos and the mountains of Lebanon are extremely fertile, making Byblos an ideal place for human settlements. Horticulture was the main agricultural practice of this settlement. The cultivated crops of this fertile area consisted of wheat, barley, olives, grapes, figs, dates, etc. The people of Byblos are also known for their cultivation of cedar trees, which served as a huge puzzle piece to trading with other civilizations, especially Egypt. In the beginnings of the civilization, Byblos was primarily a fishing town, but it would soon become the main trading port for the majority of Mesopotamia. Byblos, being a place of reference in the Bible, is an extremely spiritual and religious center for people of various religious practices. Byblos has had various cultural and religious influences, but we can trace the early religion of Byblos back to a pantheon of gods. The Byblos Ruins website says, each city in Phoenicia had a different form of worship and cultic pantheon. The cultic pantheon consisted of a two-tier hierarchy comprised of a supreme male and or female deity, a Baal or a Baalat, and a lower tier included all other deities worshipped in the city. The people of Byblos worshipped many gods, but the prominent goddess of Byblos was Baalat Jabal, the goddess of fertility and protection. Temples were built and festivals were thrown for the citizens to honor their gods. On the 16th of February 1922, a flood revealed the burial site of King Ahiram, a ruler of Byblos in the 10th century BC. Not only did this provide an account of a royal burial, but something amazing had been discovered. Found on the sarcophagus of Ahiram was a long inscription in a linear alphabetic writing. This inscription that has survived thousands of years and is the most ancient and coherent text known today consisted of all 22 characters of the Phoenician alphabet. The Phoenician alphabet is what was used to develop many other languages and is the source for most alphabets in the world. Through this discovery, it is now known that the Phoenicians played a crucial role in the development of phonetic writing, which revolutionized communication, literacy, and record-keeping in the ancient Mediterranean. The written language of Byblos was primarily used for record-keeping and trade. Evidence of inscriptions and documents suggests that this city kept records of commercial transactions, religious activities, and royal decrees. Byblos acted as a popular trade epicenter at the time, with a harbor perfect for importing and exporting various resources to several other civilizations. Sealing, stamping, and labeling were huge components of record-keeping in Byblos. Seals and stamps were used by local elites, merchants, and entrepreneurs to define ownership in a contractual sense of witnessing and officiating claim over resources. Sealing can be found on commercial documents as well as precious goods and even doors. Labeling of tablets was another way of record-keeping in Byblos and was primarily used to document and monitor the movement of resources involved in trade, such as wine, wheat, barley, spelt garments, oil, sheep, and flour. These tablet labels typically included information such as the handler, the amount or quantity of the good, and the destination of the good. One of the most significant architectural sites at Byblos was the temple for the goddess Balat. Appearing during the Bronze Age, this pre-classical style Phoenician temple served as a prominent religious site in the city. The Temple of Balat consisted of several units used not only for religious purposes, but civic purposes as well. There were chambers that were most likely used for storage, as well as rooms that served as housing for the temple administrators and staff. The inner court of the temple was very spacious and led up to the plinth where a shrine and offering table were devoted to the goddess of Byblos. Other monumental structures in Byblos are the Crusaders' Castle, the Temple of Obelisks, and the Temple of El. Byblos is a hub to many architectural wonders with influences from various other cultures and religions, resulting in a wide variety of architectural structures and styles. The public works of Byblos consisted mainly of the construction of temples, boats, roads, and walls of fortification. One of the biggest public works was the construction of the temples, specifically the temple for the goddess Balat. Huge projects such as the construction of roads, boats, and fortification walls required many hands. It is unknown if Byblos was heavily fortified, but it is suggested that the hills surrounding Byblos served as natural forms of protection, but there is a fortification wall on the north side of Byblos. Public works were most likely undertaken by the working class and/or the enslaved population of Byblos. Byblos was a port city strategically located on the Mediterranean coast that played a crucial role in linking the trade networks of the ancient world. Dockworkers, merchants, and traders worked to monitor and facilitate the trade market on the docks and ships. Due to Byblos' crucial role in the trade industry of the ancient world, the labor force was extremely diverse and specialized. Stoneworkers, metalworkers, carpenters, and ivory carvers were crucial craft specialists in the production of luxury goods. Agricultural laborers and farmers obviously played a key role in the cultivation of crops and surplus for the city. The social and economic structures of Byblos followed a palatial system. The elite class of Byblos consisted of a ruling family, a king, entrepreneurs who generated vast amounts of wealth, landowners, and merchants. The upper class of Byblos were in control of the trade, wealth, and resources of the economy. The lower, or the working class, was formed by laborers such as farmers and artisans who were the producers of resources controlled by the elites. There was certainly a divide between the classes, but due to Byblos relying on an economy produced by trade, there was a high social mobility in the civilization. Also, to no surprise, slavery was practiced here and was also a huge factor to the working class. The main resource attributed to Byblos are the infamous cedar trees. These trees serve many purposes in the economic life of Byblos, but most importantly, these trees were used to build some of the boats known as Byblos ships, which were known for their durability and suitability to navigate the Nile and travel vast distances to transport goods and resources. Unfortunately today, due to the high demand of the wood in the past, the near sacramental cedar trees of Lebanon are now endangered. What once used to cover about 500,000 hectares of Lebanon has been significantly diminished. Beyond this, Phoenicians are recognized as being highly skilled metalworkers as well as the first known people to discover glass, leading to marvelous glass works of art. Also, of course, another large advancement was the Phoenician alphabet and syllabic script, which I've already mentioned. To wrap up the tale of this incredible Phoenician civilization, I would like to take a moment to return to my argument. Through the developments of agriculture, religion, architecture, written language, documents, social stratification, economy, technology, and labor, it is transparent that Byblos displays the major hallmarks of a highly developed ancient civilization, as well as the socio-cultural developments marking Byblos as an extraordinary settlement. Being a third-generation Lebanese descendant, I hope that one day I will get the opportunity to travel to Byblos, now recognized as Jabil, as well as Bishari, where my family is from, and witness such an amazing and historically rich city. Thank you so much for tuning in, and with that being said, my video essay comes to an end.